almost ready to get set underway here at Foster High School, where we got a matchup between the A-Leaf Hastings Bears and the Foster Falcons. Getting ready for the starting lineups and then the opening tip here in a few seconds. We'll be right back here. Clark Crawford here with you on play-by-play the whole way. I'll be right back after one last short break, and then we'll get underway with the tip-off. Starting lineups have been announced. The A-Leaf Hastings Bears will go with Kamara, Kitchen, Nelson, Dixon, and Tisdale. And the Foster Falcons will go with Thomas, Anila Ball, Berger, Crystal Lynn Ball, and Kaylin Matthews. So those are your starting five for each respective teams. Foster in the white, Hastings in the black tonight. The Bears are coached by head coach Corey Brotherton, and Foster is coached by Savitra Williams. We have your opening tip coming right up. It'll be Tisdale jumping center for the Bears and Crystal Lindball for the Falcons. Eight minutes on the clock. The tip is won by Hastings. Hastings taking it up. Kamara with it. She will start, defended by Anila Ball. Kamara trying to get around her. Cannot. Excellent defense, and that's going to be a turnover, and possession will go to Foster. So the first turnover of the night, 17 seconds in. Foster will take it up the floor, swings it to Ball in the corner. That's a Nyla Ball. She's trapped, gets it out, swings it. Berger over to Ball. Now in the hands of Thomas. Thomas slings it inside. Pass was not there. Fortunate it fell into the hands of Crystal Lindball. Now Ball down low. Bad pass, and it's going to be knocked away. Trying to get it to Matthews. And a turnover both ways to start the game. 39 seconds in. Full court pressure from the Falcons coming. As Kamara trying to beat the press. She'll toss it over to Kitchen. Kitchen gets it up the floor, loses it off her foot, and another turnover. We start the game with 3 straight turnovers. And we'll go back the other way. The Falcons moving right to left on your screens at home, and the Bears are moving left to right. Falcons in the white, Bears in the black. Swinging the ball in. Ball, long two, no. Rebound, Tisdale. Tisdale swings it to Kitchen, up the floor. Here comes Nelson. Nelson all the way to the rim. It blew the layup. Ball knocked out, and possession to the Falcons. So no score. A minute 17 into this game. Nelson blew a layup after getting all the way to the rim impressively, but could not finish. So we're still scoreless in this one. Swings it to Ball, trying to push it out. Here comes the drive. Little jumper, little floater, no. Blocked inside from Tisdale. Here they come the other way. Kamara, a little too quick there. She'll pass it off and get help. Kitchen back to Kamara, and they'll give it to Nelson. Nelson trying to redeem that bucket she missed. You know it's on her mind. She'll swing it to Kamara. Defended by Berger. Kamara all the way to the rim, and our first foul of the game will go against Kayla Thomas, her first. And that is going to be a under the basket out as Berger coming out of the game for Foster, and in is Jayla Thomas. So Kayla Thomas and Jayla Thomas, the two Thomases in the game for Foster, along with the two Balls. Inside, she goes all the way to the rim, blocked by Ball in a foul. Crystal Lynn got the block on Dixon. And that foul is going to go against Jayla Thomas, who just came into the game. 6:05 to go here in quarter number 1. First point of the game is off the back of the iron, no good. So we are still scoreless. Kitchen has one more foul shot. Kitchen looking to get Hastings on the board. She goes 0 for 2 off the back of the rim, and possession knocked out by Hastings. So Crystal Lynn will inbound, still scoreless. Approaching 2 minutes without a bucket either way. She'll hand it to Thomas. Thomas slings it in the corner to Anila Ball. Anila looking for help, gives it to Crystal Lynn. Crystal Lynn trying to dribble out, swings it to Kayla Thomas. Kayla trying to find some help. Under the rim is Matthews looking where they want to get the ball. Anila Ball draws the foul with 5:39 here in the first, and she will go to the line looking for the first points on the board for either side. Well, an excellent drive, drawing the foul, and she'll go to the line. Anila, first foul shot, grazes the iron, and she'll shoot one more. 5:39 here to go in the first. In case you're joining us, thank you for joining us late here with Vype Media. We've got Foster and Hastings. Another miss. Both teams go 0 for 2. A big 0 for at the foul line, and neither team can find the bottom of the net. There might be a... And this one gets knocked away. Possession to the Falcons. There might be a lid on the rim so far here tonight. 5:22 to go. We're approaching 3 minutes without anything on the scoreboard. All right, here comes Thomas. Thomas trying to drive. Nice pass to Matthews. Rejected. Tisdale did not get all ball. Tisdale. And Matthews will go to the line, the senior forward who got honored here before the game. She will shoot 2. Matthews, a couple dribbles. First foul shot is good, a high arcer, but that one drops, and the scoring drought for the Falcons of 2:45 is broken. She's got one more. Couple dribbles. 4 dribbles. Spins it. High arcer off the back. Bounces a couple times. No. And so the Falcons 1-0 so far. Here quickly the other way. They're going to get a hand check. Yes, we're going to get a hand check foul. I'm not sure who they called that one on. Nonetheless, hand checking going against the Falcons as Berger comes back in this time for Crystal Lynn. So Berger back in the game after an early sub coming out. Kamara swinging it back to Kitchen in the left corner. Shot is good. The first bucket of the game knocked down by Nelson. Nelson scores the first 2 for Hastings. So Hastings on the board with the bucket so far. 1 free throw to Foster. They're down 2-1. Kamara got her hands trying to get her hands in the cookie jar unsuccessfully. Gets called for the reach-in foul. 4:44 to go here in the first. 2-1 Hastings. Foster still looking for their first basket of this one. Swinging it out on the perimeter. Getting it down low. Matthews cannot handle the hot pass from Thomas. And now back the other way quickly. Dixon driving. She's got she had a pass to Tisdale through her hands. And here comes Ball. Anila the other way, and she's fouled. Anila quickly the other way. Coming up limping after getting fouled. She will be at the line. And the first substitution, Turner, preparing to check in for Hastings. So Ball at the line. As a team, they're 0 for 2 so far. She misses off the back of the heel. As Turner will come into the game for Kitchen. So Hastings with a substitution of their own, 4:26 now in the opening quarter. She will miss off the back of the iron, so 0 for 4, or 1 for 4 from the foul line for Foster. Tisdale puts it in an easy 2, and 4-1 is the score. Your new score in this one, Hastings with an early 3-point lead. Bad pass stolen by Kamara. Bad pass from Ball. Kamara trying to get by Berger. Nelson dribbling it out, gives it to Turner. Now to Kamara. Kamara to Dixon. Had a shot if she wanted it. Drives. And they're going to call a reach-in against Anila. Not sure about that one. Looked clean to me nonetheless. She gets called for the foul. That's 4 fouls against Foster. Long 3, no by Turner. Rebound to Jayla Thomas. Swinging it up, Anila. Anila slithers through the defense and lays it in. What an impressive move that was. And the first bucket of the game stolen, and in. She steals it. Berger with the steal, and then they throw it right back, and Berger with another steal. So Berger back-to-back steals in a matter of seconds, and this one was a little bit more under control now. This possession nonetheless knocked away. Now slinging it out on the perimeter to Berger. Anila for 3, deep corner, and she sinks it. So the Falcons have now scored 5 in a row to take a 6-4 lead with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Kamara down low. Tisdale can't get it, and Berger with her 3rd steal in less than a minute. Berger loses control. That ball is off the leg. I thought it was off of Anila, but nonetheless, Falcons fortunate to keep possession there. And Foster will have to inbound. They got to get the ball in the front court, though. So looking to inbound the ball, and they'll stay in the front court. And now possession will go to Kayla Thomas. Now over to Anila. Anila back down low, and that's a travel. 2:42 to go and another turnover. So far it's been a turnover fest for both sides. Impressive defense, though, nonetheless. Though both teams, if they're going to get anywhere on the scoreboard, they've got to stop turning the ball over and turning those points into possessions, into points off of turnovers. Ball inside Kamara trying to drive, and she's going to get called for an offensive foul, a hook. Trying to drive as she gets called for that little hook, trying to almost push off, on the backside, and she got caught. So another turnover right on cue with how this game has gone so far. Anila swings it into the corner down low. Matthews gets blocked, but a foul is called. Kamara can't believe it. I believe that's going to be called on her. Yes, it is. That's 2 in a row, an offensive foul, and now defensively, and she's got a couple against her as Matthews, who sunk 1 of 2 foul shots earlier in the quarter, will go back to the line. 2:18 to go. Matthews, the high archer, got this first. So Matthews 2 for 3 from the foul line as the Falcons lead 7-4 pending the second foul shot from Matthews as Kamara takes a seat. Matthews off the back of the iron, no. They sling it up the floor to Dixon. Dixon runs it out, and she'll hand it inside. Nelson slings it, no. Who touched the ball? That ball was touched out off of Foster, and possession will stay with Hastings. Williams into the game. Deep three, no. Little bit long on the three. Here comes Anila. She dribbles all the way, going to go coast to coast, draws the foul. That's now 6 fouls against Hastings. The fouls are piling up down there so far here tonight. They're going to start having players in foul trouble, and we're only in the first half. Anila will go to the line up 3, looking to make it 5. She will miss the first as the free throw shooting has not been good for either side. Now that's 2 for 7 from the foul line for the Falcons. Nyla will miss, and that's 2 for 8, 25% from the foul line. That is not going to have Coach Williams too happy in their next practice. So 7-4, leaving a lot of points out there on the board, under 2 minutes to go here in the first. As that is going to be Devine, hands it to Dixon, now to Turner. Turner misses it off the glass, now rebound, but she traveled with it. As 10 travels with it, she cannot get it to go. As Berger coming back out, she's going to be replaced by Colquitt. So Colquitt into the game for the first time tonight. As Thomas trying to drive, nice spin move. Long 2 is rejected. Tisdale runs it down. She's still in. She gathers, and we'll hand it to Devine. Devine to Tisdale. Long 2, and she knocks it home. 7-6, Falcons with a 1-point lead. Now swings it, Anila. Anila trying to drive corner. She's not there. Matthews off her leg and a turnover. Back the other way. Turner slings it to Devine. Devine trying to get rid of it, and that should be a jump ball. Yes, it is. Possession goes to Foster. So Foster will have it. 55 seconds remain. As now Berger comes back in, this time for Jayla Thomas. So Berger coming in and out a ton in quarter number 1, the 3rd time she's been in this ball game so far. A couple of short breaks, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Anila trying to swing it, almost ripped by Turner. That's a backcourt violation. So Turner's pressure right around midcourt pays off, and Hastings creates another turnover. So excellent job by Turner, the senior guard, able to force that turnover. 41 seconds. Now you got to, all right, they get the ball inbounded. Dixon looking to run the offense. She'll sling it to Turner. High pass, able to corral it. Turner trying to go inside. Gets it to Tisdale. No, she's not able to connect. Matthews needs some help. She gets it with Kayla Thomas. Thomas can take the last shot if Foster wants it. She's trying to drive, and a foul. This one will go against Turner. Kayla Thomas will be at the foul line, where Foster is 2 for 8 so far here tonight. The lefty misses a little bit to the right as Anila coming over to encourage Thomas. All right, let's see if they can make it 3 for 10 in the first quarter from the foul line. Getting there a ton, but not connecting. She well off on that one as well. Too long on it. And now the free throw woes continue. 2 for 10 for the Falcons, clinging on to this 1-point lead, where Hastings can take the lead, tie or take the lead here before the end of this opening quarter. Knocked away. Great defense there from Foster. 6 seconds to go. Got to move quick. They're in the front court at least. Dixon with 4, 3. Dixon driving. And they're going to call a foul against Kayla Thomas. Yes, against Thomas. So with 1.6 to go, Dixon at the line looking to take the lead for Hastings. Dixon's first one, rims out, no. As that is going to be Bula coming in for Tisdale. And Matthews coming out as Jayla Thomas replaces her to end this opening quarter. Or pardon me, that's Colquitt. As Dixon misses both, and the time runs out before they can get a shot off. So we will head to quarter number 2, Falcons 7, Hastings 6. We'll be right back after this short timeout. Hastings will be in quarter number 2 with possession, trailing by 1. Hard-fought first quarter from both sides as Hastings with a couple opportunities late there on that final possession to take the lead, unable to do so. Missing a couple free throws. Anila steals it right away, and she lays it in, extending the Falcons' lead to 3. First basket of the second quarter comes much easier than the first bucket of the first quarter. Both teams were scoreless for, well, the Falcons were scoreless for more than just under 3 minutes, and the Bears were scoreless for over 3 minutes as Tisdale sinks it home on the layup. 9-8 Falcons with the small lead. Slinging it to Anila. Now over to Kayla. Kayla trying to get the ball inside to Matthews. They've got her double team down there on the post as a little contact there down low. Now slings it from 3. No. Missed down there. And Kayla with the rebound and the mid-range jumper is good as that 3 was missed by Berger. But on the offensive glass, Kayla Thomas knocked it home. Gets the rebound and the bucket. Now a steal for Crystal Lynn. Crystal Lynn going the other way. She'll hand it off to Kayla Thomas. Kayla will step into a 3 off back iron. No, she'll get the rebound. Gives it up, Anila mid-range, and it's in! And here come the Falcons with 6 early points in less than a minute and a half, and timeout Hastings. 6:28 to go here in this before halftime. Falcons 13, Bears 8. Hastings inbounds, trying to come quickly, and that's Nelson, hands it Turner. Turner mid-range, off the glass, and no, too strong on it. Rebound to Matthews. Matthews giving it to Kayla Thomas. Thomas to Anila. Anila in the corner, quick trigger, well short, and that's going to be out of bounds. Possession to Hastings, as that was another missed three from Berger. She's 0 for 3 from downtown here in this one. Turner trying to make something happen for Hastings. 6-2 advantage for Foster here in the second. Some quick action so far. Knocked away. Oh, they call a foul on that. A lot of ball, I guess, after. I guess they're going to call the foul after an extra reach in, after the deflection. I don't know about that one. Nonetheless, a foul on Anila Ball. So Ball commits the foul there after tipping the pass, not really sure. Nonetheless, we move on. Turner trying to go inside. Tisdale, no. And going the other way, Berger beats everyone down the floor, and she controls it for the lay-in. 15-8. Falcons trying to run away with this one here in the second quarter. Knocked away. Great action from Ball there. Crystal Lynn all over the court, jumping into the bench to knock that one away. As substitutions coming in on both sides. Hastings just trying to inbound here in the corner, nearly tipped away. Dixon trying to go up and under. That shot might have been tipped or short. Tisdale gives it in the corner. And that ball is off, well off. Too long on the shot. That was Abringa. And that's going to be a double dribble. Dixon gets caught on the mistake. 4:57 to go here in the second. The Falcons have outscored Hastings 8-2 here in the second to open up their lead to 7, the largest by either side. Berger, after a great pass, she fakes, goes, missed it. But Matthews is there to clean it up. And Matthews lays it in, and a 9-point advantage for the Falcons. Falcons really putting the heat on Hastings, searching for answers, coming up on the halfway point of the second, and they're just beating them to their own spot, thrown away, ended up in the hands of Crystal Lynn. Another turnover forced by this Falcon defense. She'll get it to Kayla Thomas. Thomas running the offense. Berger wants it down there in the corner. She gets it. Berger gets it knocked away and stolen. The double team works that time the other way. Abringa gets it inside. Layup. No, can't get it to go with Kitchen. And that's going to be a foul down low against Tisdale. Cannot get it to go as Colquitt coming in as Berger will sub out for Foster. Kayla Thomas coming up the floor, fakes it. She'll get it over to Jayla Thomas. Now back to Kayla. Thomas trying, and she lost it. Here they come the other way. She corrals it. No, missed it. Did not get herself in good position. Another miss. That one by Kitchen. Matthews ends up with it, and here they go. Back the other way. They got a 3-on-2. Can they convert? Down low and rejected out of bounds by Tisdale. She rejects it from Crystal Lynn down there, down low. Or excuse me, from Colquitt. Rejected, trying to lay it in, make this lead double digits, unsuccessful. Though they still got time, 3:28 to go here in the quarter. Bad pass tipped. They are able to save it as they had to inbound that ball. They were seconds away from the inbound violation. Trying to sling it. Colquitt down low. Matthews has it where she wants it and rejected again. Tisdale says, not in my house, to Kimbe Mutombo style. And now that forces into a turnover. So Tisdale getting major credit there with the defense to save that possession. Hastings still in search of their second bucket here in the second quarter before half as we have a whistle. All right, after a discussion from two of the referees here, we're back in play. 3-minute mark before the half. Hastings in desperate need of a bucket. Free throw line, just right of the line. Missed it. Kitchen tried to get the board unsuccessfully. And here comes Foster back the other way. Oh, a push off, no call. Gets it down low. Crystal Lynn loses it, gets it back. Colquitt to Thomas. Kayla driving. Now a long two. That is well short. Might have even gotten a piece of it. And down low, we've got a travel called against Hastings. And now the ball will stay on this end with the Falcons. Hastings, since about the 32nd mark of this quarter, stuck on 8. And a timeout called. We'll take a timeout with them. Falcons 17, Hastings 8, 2:33 to go before the half. All right, back here with you. This game was 7-6 coming out of quarter number one as a quick inbound. Hastings was not ready for that inbound. It results in free throws the other way for Foster. That ball was inbounded quickly, and now Coach Brotherton visually upset on the sideline as maybe he wasn't given enough time. Either way, we play on. This game was 7-6 after the first quarter. Now the Falcons have outscored Hastings 10-2 here in the second to open up a 9-point game as Crystal Lynn knocks down the foul shot. And they have extended this lead to double digits for the first time tonight on either side. Falcons have dominated this second quarter 11-2 so far. Still plenty of time for Hastings to get back in this game. They've just got to put some points on the scoreboard. Knocked away as a free throw discrepancy. Just poor free throw shooting continues, and that's going to be a travel. She could not corral it as Nelson turns it over. The free throw woes, the Falcons could easily be up by more than 10. But their poor free throw shooting costing them severely at the line. Still up by 10, though. Nonetheless, they could be up by many more. Slings in the corner. She had the three if she wants it. Decides not to take it. Colquitt now to Berger. Berger got it knocked away, She lost control, and that's going to be a blown layup on the other end, and that is off Hastings. Yes, that is off Hastings, and Berger just lost control. Ball hit her in the face, and then they blow the layup on the other end. That was Abringa, newly into the game for the first time about a minute or so ago of action, and she blows the golden opportunity to get an easy bucket, just what they need, and now she commits the foul. And that will send Kayla Thomas to the line. 1:53 to go till halftime. Thomas hits a free throw. And 19-8 Foster. Kamara coming back into the game. Needing a spark offensively. Can she provide it? Misses. Back iron. Here comes quickly the other way. Nelson has the lane if she wants it. She goes all the way for two. Haven't seen. Are they going to count the basket? No, they will not count the basket, unfortunately, for Hastings. I thought that was a play on a 2-and-1, and they do not agree. So an 11-point game. Kamara with the spin move well off. The jump ball should stay here this time. No, it will go to Foster. So the jump ball possession arrow goes to Foster. My apologies there. And they get the ball into Thomas. Thomas to Colquitt. Colquitt, a great pass. Now inside to Matthews. That was Matthews from Thomas, and then they throw it away to Colquitt. Matthews, probably one too many passes. Go ahead and try to put up that shot in the paint. She didn't really have it, but when you're that close, just kind of try to put it off the glass and in. 11-point lead for the Falcons with 1.5 minutes to go here in the second. Nelson is fouled. Nelson fouled by Jayla Thomas. Hastings gets it in kitchen, over to Kamara. Kamara and a double dribble, another turnover, and that has been the story of the night for Hastings. Some bad passes that were definitely their mistake, but a lot of unforced errors. Several travels, double dribbles, you name it. They just cannot find a rhythm as Kamara will head back to the bench, replaced by Turner. She has obviously had a lot of frustration here tonight. Crystal Lynn all the way down the floor. Great pass to Colquitt. Could not get that one. I think that's off the foot. Yes, off the foot of Thomas. And possession will go to the Falcons. Berger coming back in the game for the Falcons. She'll replace Colquitt. Kamara back in the game, offense for defense for Hastings. She'll replace Kitchen. All right, Hastings another chance to put something in the rim. That one is blown. Tisdale well out of control. Had the right idea, got the ball down low with a great scoring opportunity, a high percentage shot, not able to convert. As Foster looking to extend their lead, knocked away. Dixon, can she beat everyone down the floor? She's got it, but blows it. Oh, another blown miss. And that's going to be a foul down low. This one against Matthews. They blew a couple golden opportunities there. 47 seconds to go before the half. As it's going to be a foul underneath. As Tisdale will inbound. Couple of blown layups there, just out of frustration. They just cannot get the ball in the basket. Kamara trying to find anything before the half. They have 2 points here in this quarter. Kamara almost with the backcourt. She's got to watch her feet. She's able to finally move in the right direction. Gives it up. Nelson, the swarming defense. Turner, oh, that's a travel. You got to dribble before you shuffle your feet. She shuffled too many times. Boy, oh boy, 24 seconds to go before the half, and they cannot find any source of offense or anything here. As Tisdale will come out of the game to avoid any other potential foul trouble, as Hastings potentially going to end the second quarter with just 2 points on the board, and that could be killer to their hopes of trying to get back into this game. Berger will hand it off. Thomas, they still got plenty of time, 12 seconds to go. They can take the whole clock if they want it. Thomas driving, she's fouled, and she'll draw the foul. And 6.8 to go, looking to add more to the board. Thomas went 1 for 2 at the foul line last time she was there. And she sinks it. 20-8, 12-point lead for the Falcons, where we know they'll go into halftime with the lead. Can they make it 21-8? Thomas, back of the iron, no. Here comes Hastings one last time. Chance before the half. Thomas in the corner. Dixon. As did they get the foul before the half ended? It's the big question. So Dixon. They will say she drew the foul before the halftime buzzer. So a chance to score points, and they'll put half a second back on the clock. Dixon is at the foul line, down 12. All right, so officially now they've made it. They've got .3 on the clock. Dixon shooting 2. She was able to draw the foul before the halftime buzzer. Dixon hits the first. Much needed for Hastings. Now, down 11. She can make it 10 before half. Maybe this is the small push they needed. Any kind of momentum going into the second half is crucial. Dixon short on the second, and we will take it into halftime. Falcons 20, Hastings 9. We'll be back for the second half right after this halftime break. Back here live for the second half. 8 minutes coming up here in quarter number 3. In case you missed it, first half, Foster led 7-6 coming out of the halftime break, or coming out of the first quarter, and then they extended that lead 20-9 is your halftime score. We are underway here in the third quarter. Got 2 more to go. Hastings starts with the ball. That one is knocked away. Both teams had a hand on it. They will give it to Hastings. 11 seconds in to this second half. Hastings will inbound underneath their own rim. They'll sling it up as it gets to Tisdale. Tisdale tosses it, almost thrown away. That's Kitchen, and that's going to be another turnover. So a travel there. Kitchen unable to come up with even a shot on the possession. As the offensive woes continue, the offense has struggled all night long for Hastings, and that does not help all the way. Thomas, in a reach-in foul, is going to go against Nelson. So Nelson with the reach-in, and now Foster will inbound. Berger, a little floater, well off on that one. Took a hit. She took a hard fall there. Tisdale the other way. Nelson trying to drive. She does not have it. That pass was tipped right in the passing lane. Dixon put it up, could not get it. And down low, an excellent rebound. And that is going to be Williams. Will go to the line for 2. Williams down the line for 2 as Hastings will start this second half with a bigger group in. Kamara does not start the second half. They will go to Williams looking for a little more size, maybe a few more rebounds as she knocks down a foul shot. As Colquitt will check in for Berger. No, Colquitt will check in for Crystal Lynn. So ball heads to the bench as Williams will have one more foul shot. And a lane, she missed the foul shot, nonetheless a lane violation. So we are 49 seconds into the second half. Hastings, first one to put a point on the board. Still trailing by 10, though. Here comes Kayla Thomas. As they're going to double, screen by Colquitt. Well, kind of had the screen, and now a push as Kitchen stops shuffling her feet defensively, just gives a little shove. That's going to go against Kitchen. Ball stays at this end with the Falcons. Trying to inbound. They'll get it into Thomas. Nearly ripped away by Dixon. Thomas looking to get inside. As she is doubled out near half court, she is going to step out of bounds in a turnover. She's got to pass that ball off and not try to force things. And, well, that one didn't work out. As here comes Hastings, now bringing a double team. Potentially could see some more pressure with maybe some half-court press, as we saw a little bit in the first half. Ball inside Tisdale. Can't come up with it, but Kitchen comes up with it inside. Trying to go down to Tisdale. Easy pass, 2, and the bucket. She'll go to the line for 1. This one is going to go against Matthews. So Tisdale, a chance to add a point with the clock stopped, as Turner will come into the game, this time for Nelson. So Tisdale with a golden opportunity here to put another point on the board and shrink this deficit to 7. She hits it. And here comes Hastings. the first 4 points of the second half as Foster now headed into a scoring drought. Now here comes the double. Foster has not handled it well in this half so far. Thomas over dribbling, and a timeout will be charged to Foster. They cannot figure out this trapping double team defense. 6:18 to go here in quarter number 3. 4 points up for Hastings, down by 7. Coach Brotherton over there down on the sideline for Hastings, applying the pressure. Nope, it hasn't come yet. As Coach Williams trying to figure it out. There goes the pressure. Now almost like a triple team there. They get it inside, but nowhere to go. Tipped by Turner. That's off Foster, but able to be saved by Thomas. Thomas with the push-off and an offensive foul. So Foster now the one searching for answers here early on in the second half as substitutions as Crystal Lynn and Anila come back in. Colquitt and Jayla Thomas to the bench. So early substitutions here, just trying to search for answers as Foster now the one feels they're in a hole. As a bad shot there by Turner, trying to force and draw a foul. It was not there. Turner now putting the pressure. Thomas gets it up the floor. Go quick before they can double. Turner knocks her down, and an easy steal. Kitchen has Tisdale as she wants her. Tisdale missed the easy one. Rebound to Kitchen. Tisdale had the shot but missed it. Dixon had the three if she wanted it, and now a foul down low. So Tisdale able to draw the foul. That's going to go against Crystal Lynn. That's not Tisdale. That's going to go Williams will be at the foul line where she hit 1 for 2 last time. As Crystal Lynn just came back into the game, now being subbed right back out. Oh, they will not give her free throws, so that will be Colquitt back in to the game. Tisdale drives out on the perimeter, fouled again as the foul's piling up here in quarter number 3 for the Falcons. The more aggressive team, they are pushing about a 3-minute scoring drought here in the second half. As now Hastings trying to cut into this deficit at the foul line yet again. As the first free throw for Tisdale is good. As it's now 5-3 fouls for the Falcons and a timeout. Charge to the Falcons. They cannot find anything to go their way so far in the first 2:43 of this third quarter. We'll be right back. Tisdale, second foul shot off the side of the iron. No good. Oh, right back to Tisdale, and she puts it in. And now that is A 7-0 run to open up the half, and the deficit is only 4 now for Hastings. Foster looking like they forgot there was a second half so far. Thomas down low. Colquitt to Berger. Berger, no, missed the 3. Matthews puts it up and in. 2-1, count it. That was a desperation need of a bucket. 22-16. They definitely needed some momentum there, and Matthews able to clean up the miss from Berger. And now Matthews at the foul line, 4:49 to go here in the third. Matthews rattles and won't go. Tisdale another board. A much-needed bucket there for the Falcons. Their first points here of the third. Oh. Little hand check in there. Dixon, and they get him this time. That's going to go against Kayla Thomas. And sending Hastings right back to the line. A lot of foul shots from both sides here in this one. Both teams with poor shooting percentages there, as Foster was working on their free throws out of the halftime break. Dixon hits the first, though not so much for Hastings, but Foster was putting an emphasis on it coming out of the halftime break. Dixon 2 for 2. First time we've seen that from either side tonight, 2 for 2. And now Hastings back within 4. Expect that pressure to come. Matthews coming way out to set a screen. Excellent screen. Foster down low. Colquitt, gets too far under the rim. Get it back. Thomas loses it. She had a shot if she could corral the pass. Now going into a Nyla. She missed it. Matthews there. 2 more. Matthews sinks another one. She has been all over the glass tonight, playing an excellent game on senior night for her. And they will give a timeout to Hastings as Foster had them trapped in the corner right next to half court. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Another timeout, and that'll take us to a break right here with Vype Media. Back in action here. Hastings got it inbound. That's a tough spot to inbound just inside of half court. They will sling it in the backcourt. Kamara back in the game for the first time here in the second half. She sat first 4 minutes. Down low, Tisdale got it to go. Off the back of the rim and in. 24-20 Falcons as Hastings has outscored them 11-4 here in the third, giving a little taste of their own medicine, just forcing the emblem. Berger, 3, no, off the rim. We got a foul down low, a push in the back. Will go against Tisdale. All right, so with the foul there, the 5th foul of the quarter, both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. Colquitt will shoot her first foul shots of the night. Oh, she hit nothing but glass there. Colquitt will have one more. Trying to extend the lead to 5. Colquitt knocks down number 2. 25-20 Falcons. Now trying some pressure of their own. Tisdale, they're able to beat the pressure. Hastings all the way to the rim. Tisdale for 2 more. She's been a monster here in this third quarter, helping Hastings get back into this game. And a foul on Kamara. Too aggressive there, as they're going to be shooting. Kamara well aggressive. She's been aggressive on both sides, offensively and defensively. Falcons a 3-point lead with Kayla Thomas, the lefty foul shooter, hits. That's 1. So a 4-point, advancing their lead to 4. As Kamara will head right back to the bench. A short stay on the court. She is in foul trouble as Nelson will come right back in. As she goes 2 for 2. So both teams definitely working on those free throws at halftime. 27-22 Falcons. And it's paying off a little bit here in this second half. Tisdale, just threw it at the rim, expecting a call. Did not get it. Berger turns it over. Now under the rim, Dixon can't handle the high pass. Dixon cannot handle that one. And, well, that's a missed opportunity for sure. As here they come back the other way. Back to that double team. Anila cannot handle it off her foot. Back the other way. As that is blocked. No, a foul. As that is Kayla Thomas. As Dixon draws the foul. Both teams, the fouls piling up as they were in the first quarter. Now in quarter number 3, the fouls are piling up. As Coach Williams disagrees with that one, having a conversation with the referee down there on this other end of the court. Dixon does not hit the foul shot, rims out. So the foul shooting poor on both sides all night long. This game could easily be in the 30s for both teams. Dixon goes 1 for 2, 50%. Now Kayla Thomas inbounds, under 3 to go here in this third quarter. Anila has not seen the court much or heard from here in the second half so far. Missed it, got it back. Anila all the way to the rim, blocked. I thought she was out there when she touched it. I guess not. Anila still with it, trying to rip it from her. Berger. And she tries to draw contact. No, Matthews under the rim, 3-on-1, gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Matthews able to pivot a few times and was not to be denied. Matthews, an excellent job, as they're going to call a foul there. As that one is going to go against Berger. So that will send Tisdale back to the foul line. Tisdale hits number 1. And off the front of the iron, but rebound coming out. Long, short 3, no. But getting under the boards, blocked by Matthews. The 3 was missed by Nelson. Matthews to Anila. Bad pass off the referee and out of bounds. Tipped by Dixon. Excellent hustle there. Back defensively. Could have had a quick, easy 2, but no. As Berger tried to slip by the defense and get her own, maybe even up a corner 3, not sure. 1:58 to go here in this jam-packed third quarter, where Hastings has really come alive, trying to come alive, and it's still. Who is this going to be called on? Yes, that'll go against Hastings. And back to the charity stripe we go. Kayla Thomas shooting 2. Thomas rolls around twice and in. So Thomas gets the roll. She'll have one more. Thomas rattles, not that time. Could not get another lucky bounce or roll, whichever you prefer. 30-24 is the Falcons' lead, leading by 6. It's gotten all the way down to 4 in this third. Shot, no. Got the ball inside. Now knocked away off of Foster, and possession will stay for Hastings. That was Bula. First time we've seen her tonight. Got the rebound, as now they have it on the perimeter. That's Kitchen inside. No, Tisdale couldn't get it to go. Excuse me, that was Nelson inside to Tisdale. And now Dixon's bad pass knocked away. Here's Berger on the other end. Lefty layup is through. 32-24 is your new score. Falcons get it back to 8. They were sitting comfortably at 11, and it's gotten all the way down to 3 here in this third quarter. Turner lost it off of her leg, able to save it just before the backcourt violation. As now Jayla Thomas coming back into the game. She'll replace Kayla Thomas. Substitution for Foster. 58 seconds to go here in the third. All right, Nelson got it inbounded. She will control it. She'll give it to Turner. High pass, able to save it. Now she'll fake the screen, drive, out of control, but puts it off the glass for 2 more. Not a great shot selection there, but nonetheless able to put it through. Berger for 3 is good. She drains that one. 35-26, 9-point advantage for Foster. Berger coming alive here late in the third quarter. She's got the last 5 for Foster. 26 seconds to go here in the third. The Falcons look to be crumbling early in the third quarter, but they have got a handle back on this one. Still plenty of time for Hastings, though. The Hastings got to start putting the pressure back on. That was double teams. Foster seems to maybe have figured them out, moving a little quicker, and that's a travel. So now another chance for the Falcons to extend their lead back to double digits, or their chance to extend the lead back to double digits, as it was 11 coming out of halftime. All right, Foster, 11 seconds to go, looking to extend their lead to 11, if not 12, here coming out of quarter number 3. Anila trying to get it to her teammate. Bad pass, Turner to Dixon. Dixon does not get it off, and Foster will take a 35-26 lead headed in to the final quarter. We'll take one of our last timeouts of the night and have that fourth quarter with 8 minutes on the clock right after this. Foster have to hurry to the ball. They forgot that they were inbounding to start this fourth quarter. Hastings went on a little scoring run early on in that third quarter, putting up 17 points. Problem is they give up 15 after the late push from Foster with 7 late points in that third quarter as the lead only shrunk to 9. It was all the way down to 3, though Foster was able to put a pin in that as Dixon, wild shot off. Berger able to corral the rebound, and she smartly draws the foul on Dixon, who was a little too aggressive there. She just stopped right in her tracks and able to pick up the foul against Dixon. Both teams certainly with multiple players in foul trouble. As we sit, Foster with this 9-point advantage, looking to just, if they really want to, just dribble out the clock, a few shots, a few rebounds. Berger inside, missed it, trying to draw the contact, and back the other way. Kamara trying to put her fingers all over this one. Down inside, Tisdale, easy 2, as Hastings trying to get back into this one, down 7 with under 7 to go. Oh, could have been a foul there. Turner a little aggressive. Anila trying to lead her team to victory. Anila all the way down. Matthews is fouled by Tisdale. As that'll put Matthews at the foul line. 6:36, time running out for Hastings. Not what you want to do, putting them at the foul line. Nonetheless, that's where they're at. Matthews on her senior night, having an excellent night. First foul shot, no. Too long, too strong. Good news for her, she has one more. Matthews too strong on that one as well. Could not get the board. Turner ends up with it for Hastings. Back at the other end, Kamara trying to drive. She will. Oh, but well strong on the layup. Dixon will drive. Dixon's layup, and she draws contact. This foul is going to go against Jayla Thomas. Dixon at the line. She rims it out, rattles, but nothing there on that one. As Tisdale likely going to get a quick breather and then expect her probably to come right back into this one. A quick breather. They're going to need her down the stretch. She's been their biggest source of offense. So Dixon, one more at the line. Trying to make this a 6-point game with 6:24 to go. Dixon short. Oh, so there must have been a lane violation. No whistle on that first free throw. So Dixon will actually get a third attempt. She missed the first 2, and the third one misses as well, but a great rebound down there, down low. Nowhere to go and stolen. The rebound was by Bula. And now the other end, Anila, no, missed it. Berger had her hands on it, and they'll give it to Foster. So Hastings the last to touch it. Berger trying to get down low there on the boards as Matthews was not down there that time. Somebody else trying to help out in the rebounding category as well. Colquitt on the perimeter. Matthews double teamed, ripped, and Dixon gets the steal. Dixon the other way quickly. She's trying to make a move. She does all the way down and draws another foul. Dixon with double-digit free throw attempts here coming for this one. 5:58 to go. Best way when you're down to score points is with the clock stopped, and that's exactly what Hastings is doing, drawing fouls and fouls upon fouls. Both teams have 2 team fouls here in the fourth quarter so far, and we're 2 minutes in. Dixon right back at the foul line. She went 0 for 2 on the last trip. She is short on that one. Not enough arc. Got to use your legs. All right, she's got one more. Dixon hits the second, so 35-29. 6-point advantage to Foster. Under 6 to go. Here comes a double. No, a triple team. Somebody's open. They get the ball down low. Oh, Bola with the foul. And that'll send Jayla Thomas to the line. Needing these foul shots here. Make up for some of those points they've given up on the other end from foul shots. Thomas, well long on that one. Too much on it, and here comes Tisdale. Checking Tisdale back in along with Nelson for Hastings. Or Tisdale will come in, Nelson will have to wait. So Tisdale, as expected, a short, less than a minute on the bench, but really a couple minutes of live time as Thomas hits the second, so they get the point back that Dixon got on the other end from her foul shots. Both teams go 1 for 2 on their last trips at the foul line. Kamara, Dixon calling for it in the corner, got to move to get open, hands it to Kitchen. Dixon still wants it in that corner. I think she wants to launch a three, and a travel by Kitchen as Nelson can come back in now. Nelson will check in, and Kitchen will come back out. 5:36 to go here in the final quarter of the night. Oh, bad. Oh, dangerous pass there. Nearly stolen right what Hastings needed. A fake pass and a smooth move from Anila Ball, and she lays it in. 9 points as Foster grows that lead. Turner in the corner, and Dixon travels. She tried to put the ball on the floor, but shuffled her feet. She should have just shot the open three. I know what she's trying to do, make a play, but nonetheless, you got to shoot that ball. As Dixon will come right out. Nope, Tisdale will come out after that turnover. Her main source of offense, not sure there. As Crystal Lynn will come in for Matthews. As Crystal Lynn gets the inbound. Oh, she picks up her dribble. Bad decision there, but Anila will bail her out. Ball knocked away. Anila dribbles. Berger in the corner. Another three. No, she can't knock down 2 in a row, her last 2. As this ball gets up the floor. Great defense from Crystal Lynn, able to knock it away. The freshman playing an outstanding game here in this one. Tisdale right back in along with Matthews. Both of them subbing in and out, making sure they guard one another all night long here in this one. That's Tisdale, gets it inside quickly on Matthews and puts it in before she could really turn her back. Great inbound play. Less than 5 minutes to go. Possibly some tired legs here. This is where you make a name for yourself. Here in these final minutes of the fourth quarter, you got to find it. Find that extra juice and a turnover. Foster up by 7, but that was a bad turnover there as Jayla Thomas coming out. All right, Hastings down by 7. Got to push. 4.5 to go. Probably trying to get the ball into Tisdale, and a timeout. 4:27 officially on the clock. We'll have that final 4:27 right after this timeout. The final 4:27 of this tight action between the Falcons and Hastings. Foster clinging to a 7-point advantage. Hastings ball down low to Tisdale. Their best players so far here tonight. That's going to be a tie-up, and possession stays with Hastings. Tisdale trying to mount the comeback and lead Hastings to an upset win. Tisdale, their best source of offense, and they throw it over the head of Turner, and definitely not a height advantage there. A dangerous inbound pass, and well, that surely cost him. Tisdale comes right back out, trying to get her short burst of rest as she has played most of the night. As Kitchen will also replace Nelson. So Dixon on the press, trying to trap in the backcourt. Anila, oh, they get a foul to bail her out. That was excellent defense to start the possession, but nonetheless tripped her up. 4:09 to go. Remains in this game. Great job beating the press there. Anila, jumper, mid-range, no. Berger, glass, no. She couldn't put it off the glass and in. Oh, and that ball's going to go off the foot of Turner. Unforced error. That's rough. Tough luck right there. Just trying to get the ball going the other way after a couple of misses. Got the rebound, did everything right, then dribbled it off their own foot. Crystal in to inbound. She's looking for help, and she gets it into Thomas. Kayla will get a screen from Berger. She calls for it, doesn't get it. Anila trying to drive inside, get it to Matthews. Not a great pass, but she's able to corral it. Gets it back to Kayla Thomas. Thomas trying to run the offense, getting a screen. Oh, she picks it up. Now Berger's in trouble. Nice screen there, trying to drive all the way to the rim. Got it blocked. Great block from Bula. And the other way, Dixon. Dixon has it, throws it up and in. Wow, a lefty shot. And she just kind of threw it at the rim and got a little bit of luck of the Irish there. 3:10 to go in this one. Hastings down 5, trying to force it. That's the way to get back in the game, force some turnovers and everything. Matthews ends up open under the rim. She's fouled, and the bucket. Matthews right there all night long. When they can get her the ball, she has been dominant down there in the paint. Wow, Matthews has been impressive on her senior night, just forcing it and getting open when she can, picking her spots. And she's been awfully successful, pushing for that double-double. 7-point lead for Foster, looking to make it 8. Matthews sinks it. 8-point game with 3 minutes to go. Is this too much for Hastings to overcome? As the clock has not started in a few seconds, as Anila lays it in, as we had a short clock malfunction there, 2:53 to go. Probably should be a few more ticks off. The Falcons open it back up to double digits, and Hastings running out of gas. We'll have the final 2:53 right after this. Back here with you after the timeout. Hastings now backed into a corner, trying to drive. Great block by Anila. Anila Ball has been all over the court tonight as she just stuffed Nelson right there, met her at the rim and everything. Perfection defensively. Put that on a highlight reel. Now Kamara, they've got to really start to push here. Got to get some quick buckets. Dixon way out, 35 feet from the rim. Dixon drives and she travels with it. 2:27 to go, and Hastings might have just run out of gas. The deficit could be too big as Foster has led most of this way. Hastings took an early advantage, but since then, it's been all Foster. They led after the first, the second, and the third. Their largest lead was 12. They drive all the way to the rim, and she gets it to go off the glass. The banks have been open tonight, as that was Kayla Thomas, and now a steal. Oh, Crystal Lynn with an excellent steal and then threw it away as she was jumping out of bounds. Matthews knocks it away, and we have exactly 2 minutes to go. Falcons by 12. It's been an excellent ball game for both sides. Both teams have gone on runs. Excellent play. Both teams have played hard, no doubt. Kamara off the glass, no. And a rebound to Crystal Lynn as Foster looks like they have this one all about wrapped up, barring a crazy comeback as Anila, missed it. Matthews tap out right into the arms of Nelson the other way. Back and forth we've gone all night long. Tisdale does not want to attempt the long three. She drives, loses it. Kamara, foul line, jumper, splash. 45-35, a minute and a half to go. So still time for Hastings. It would have to be a bunch of quick buckets. And also they got to, force Foster into some turnovers and a foul there from Kitchen. They have to force more than a few steals, get a couple of easy buckets, the whole 9 yards. As that is going to result in free throws as Kayla Thomas at the foul line. Foul on Kitchen. As that will be Kitchen's 5th foul, and she will have to sit for the final 1:15 of this game. Thomas, foul shot 1 is good. Her second just grazed the front of the iron. All right, here's the last effort for Hastings. Nelson puts it in. They will call the foul on the floor, though. No continuation there. As Colquitt coming in for Crystal Lynn. Has ball inbounded. Dixon slings it to Turner. Turner looking to make something happen. Turner down low. Pass beautifully read by Thomas. And now back the other way. Anila. She'll go all the way coast to coast. No, knocked away. Foster stays at this end with possession. As that's going to be Abringa and Devine coming in for Kamara and Turner. So getting some subs in, some playing time for some of the other players on the end of that bench. Falcons up by 11. Should have this one wrapped up. Knocked away. Excellent defense there by Abringa. 46 seconds remain. One of the final possessions of this game. Down low, Anila had a layup if she wanted it, brings it back out as Hastings commits the foul there, much to the disbelief of Coach Brotherton. Definitely not what he called for on the bench over there. He is not happy with that one. Nonetheless, they will send Foster right back to the line. First foul shot is good. Kayla Thomas knocking another one through. Thomas will go 2 for 2. She gets the roll. Falcons 48-35, their biggest lead of this one. 37 seconds. Hastings could be their final possession of the night. Let's see if they can get points out of it. Down low, Tisdale, no, that's a turnover. Berger will take it. She's going for it. Berger blows the layup. Matthews down low, got the rebound, and a jump ball. Excellent hustle by Matthews, still with under 30 to go. And possession is with Foster. So probably just dribble it out here, as that is exactly what they will do unless Hastings fouls, and they do. So another foul from Hastings. Didn't really have to do that. 10.7 left on the clock, and they'll send the Falcons back to the line. As first foul shot is good from Anila. Anila 2 for 2, and they have hit the 50 mark. 50-35, Hastings looking to add one more bucket to their tally for the night. All the way to the rim is good, and that is Devine, as that will be our final score. Foster wins it 50-37. Excellent, hard-fought game from both sides. Thank you for joining us here with Vype Media here on the call, and we will see you all next time. Good night, and have a safe trip home.